well, after a couple of really cold and snowy winters, this year's season has been really mild, right? And that's causing a lot of confusion for the plants and flowers in your garden. And our garden expert, Derek Thomas with Thomas Landscapes, joins us now with a look at how to protect your plants and keep them on schedule, even if Mother Nature is trying to trick us all a little bit.
It's been a bit of a tricky winter.
It has been. I mean, I've heard, I can't really say this firsthand, but I've heard that people are seeing their bulbs to sort of pop up, and because it's been so warm.
Yeah, it is, and the questions have been coming in about what to do. Are the plants going to be okay? Is there any way to save the plants? And, you know, from time to time, our weathers in Washington tend to be so temperate anyway that the plants get a bit confused. But this year, more so than what I can remember in the recent past.
Right.
It's just a lot earlier. I was seeing daffodils blooming in December,
right.
which is like unheard of.
Right.
You know, we've had a number of questions come in, and one was about, this viewer sent in about camellias, and the spring blooming camellias, which would normally, if you were in Norfolk, Virginia, they would be blooming now, but normally ours won't bloom until about March. And what's happened is they were in full bloom several weeks ago because we had that spike of 70-degree weather.
Okay.
See, this is her picture right here. And she wanted to know exactly what was going to happen if we got freezing temperatures. Well, camellia blossoms, particularly spring camellia blossoms, are not cold hardy.
Okay.
And then she sent in this sad picture
Yeah.
of what happened, and basically the blossoms got zapped. Those blossoms are done. They're not going to come back.
Okay.
The best thing you can do for the plant is clean the plant up. You know, it's a one-shot deal. And, I mean, you're seeing it everywhere. Cherry blossoms are coming out a bit early. The ones that are on the mall are pretty safe because they're intermediate bloomer, but the early bloomers are coming out.
That was the question we wanted to ask about, too. So good. Cherry blossoms, right.
Right. Now, bulbs, you know, the spring bulbs, like we talked about, another viewer sent in some pictures of crocuses and different things that were blooming right now and wanted to know what would happen. And see, there's the little crocus popping its head up. And it should be early March to mid-March before they really get going.
Right.
So it's a month ahead of schedule. What would happen, and I did a little experiment at home to show the viewers, I had these daffodils actually blooming. This daffodil has been out in the cold. It's fine. This one I put in the freezer overnight just to demonstrate what 0-degree weather just for a couple of hours would do to the plant. The plant has completely broken down cellularly.
Right.
And so this one can withstand some of the cooler temperatures, but once it gets down to freezing, you will have destruction of your plants, unfortunately.
Okay. You have this little herb garden here, so is it a good time to do that?
Well, these herb gardens are all the rave in late fall, and another viewer was asking about if they could plant the herbs now. The best thing to do not be tricked by Mother Nature at this point, at this time of the year. Wait it out. Wait until mid-March. Don't divide up your plants like this and plant them just because you think we're having an early winter, because we could still have a cold snap.
Right.
And if your plants have started to come up early, like tulips and stuff like that, get a little additional layer of mulch on them, because what that will do is it'll keep them cooler. What you want to prevent them from doing is heating up when we have those days when it spikes.
Okay, that will slow it.
That will slow it down.
Balance it out a little bit.
And things will balance itself out. I mean, you know, last year this time we were talking about what to do with all the ice.
Right, exactly.
So Mother Nature has it all planned out. We're going to be okay.
Mother Nature is so funny. What a funny girl. This is Derek Thomas, of course.
Oh, and a flower for you. This is all I can do. I can't top Kevin, but there we go.
I accept this. You're wonderful. Not as wonderful as Idris. I'm not saying it. Okay, we'll be right back. You know I love you.
All right.
Just playing.
The Fox 5 Weather app. Look 10 days ahead or hour by hour. View today's video forecast and radar that can pinpoint your neighborhood free at your App Store or Android Market.